going on to the next topic, bro. You brought this up to me later, yesterday. Actually, we were still trying to get our topics together, and it was alarming to me whenever you told me that LeBron James and Michael Jordan have only been in the past 39 years since Mike came in the league and now that LeBron is in the league, in the past 39 years, that these two guys considered the GOATs, 1A, 1B type GOAT conversation.
However you want to stretch it.
They've only been the highest paid player in the NBA 3 times in 39 years. D-Lo,
3 times.
How do you feel about this situation? How do you feel about this? Like, what do you think this is, bro?
I don't know what it is, but you would think that these two players who, like you said, who are considered 2 best players of all time would be the top paid athlete, basketball player every year that they're in the league. But for whatever reason, they have not been. I mean, when you look at other sports like soccer, I don't know much about soccer, but I know the name Messi and Ronaldo. And then when I go and look at how much they're paid, it's reflected as if they're the best players that there is.
In the MLS.
Lamar Jackson, whether you think he's the best quarterback or not, he just got paid a pretty healthy contract. So you would probably consider him to be one of the best players or best quarterbacks in the league. Patrick Mahomes at one point was the highest paid quarterback. He's won 2 Super Bowls. He's probably the best quarterback, right? I mean, based off of that, you would think, the analogy and the examples that I gave, you would think that Michael Jordan in his prime from 91 to 99, 92 to 99 would be the highest paid player in the NBA during that stretch. You would also think between 2013, 2012 was LeBron's best year with Miami to at least 2020, he would be the highest paid player of all time. Not the case. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the message is being sent there, but when I read this and when I saw it, when I saw the numbers, when I saw who were the highest paid players in the given times that these 2 individuals have been in the league or were in the league, some of them were surprising, some of them were to be expected, but for them not to be the top paid player, when you initially think about it, it's like, wow, that's crazy.
That's crazy. And I mean, the way I was thinking about it, and I did write down the list of the guys who were highest paid over this 39-year span. That wasn't LeBron and it wasn't Jordan. So Magic Johnson was highest paid 4 times. Patrick Ewing was the highest paid 6 times in the whole NBA. This is the whole NBA. And
that's surprising. I know he was good, but that's surprising to me.
Yeah. And then that one of those years was 98 when Jordan retired for the second time. Larry Bird was 1 time, David Robinson twice, and one of those years was 93 when Jordan retired his first time. 3 times it was Shaq, which is understandable because at one point he was the most dominant player in the league.
Right.
Kevin Garnett 7 times.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant also 7 times. And Steph Curry
who's considered the best player of the league at one point. Yep.
And then Steph Curry 6 times. The best shooter of all time.
Best shooter of all time, right.
So it's like, these guys, these are names that probably all of y'all know. But these are also names that played at the same time as 2 of the greatest players of all time. Considered and depending on who you're talking to, one of them is the greatest of all time, depending on who you're talking to. So it's kind of hard to believe sometimes that these guys have LeBron only once in 2016 and Jordan twice in 96 and 97. So, but all of these other players that played at the same time with the GOATs have been higher paid than them. And I kind of contributed to market, because you look at Patrick Ewing, he was out in New York for his career. He got New York had a huge market and they had a lot of money to spend. I can say that about him. Kevin Garnett came into the league as one of the greatest. And he was and he talked about it too on the Pivot. He was talking to Ryan Clark, and he was saying, like, Jordan taught me how to negotiate my contracts. I was just looking at him teaching me how to negotiate my contracts and things that I needed in my contract. So I looked at him to see what I could do as far as my contract to get the money. You know what I'm saying? And it's David Robinson was a great center for the San Antonio Spurs for a very, very long time. I didn't expect him to be higher paid than Michael Jordan, but
No.
neither did I expect Larry Bird to be. But Larry Bird was a lot earlier in Jordan's career, and Larry Bird had won multiple championships before, while Jordan was in the league, when he was by himself in Chicago before they got that team that they put together. But I can see Larry Bird, I can see Magic Johnson.
Right.
But a lot of these other guys is like, oh no, dog.
I don't know about that one. The one that's kind of shocking is the Patrick Ewing and the Karl Malone. And like I said, I know Karl Malone is one of the best scorers of all time, but it's because he did play. The longevity comes into it, and he did play with John Stockton, who was one of the best assist men of all time. What I'll say though is, to me, the question that blares out to me is, would you rather be the best player or the highest paid player? And if you want to be the best player, sometimes you'll have to take a sacrifice in the actual sport that you play to get a team around you so that you can help them elevate help them elevate their skills, which helps you elevate your skills, and you can win a bunch of games to prove that you're the best. But if you don't think that you're the best and you're going to get as much money as you can, then you'll get paid. Jay-Z said it in his So Appalled Kanye off Kanye's album. Would you rather be underpaid or overrated? I mean, I think I would, and I say this because I've never been through it. I've never had to make this decision. I think I would rather be underpaid.
I would definitely much rather be underpaid.
Because if you're the best player, if I'm the best player, as long as you can get me in the ballpark of everybody else, I can make my money somewhere else.
100%.
I can be marketable, as we've seen with LeBron James, who's the first athlete to be a billionaire as he's still playing, other than Tiger Woods, I believe.
Yeah.
But basketball and football, first athlete to become a billionaire as he's still actively playing. As we've seen with Michael Jordan, who still has the number one best-selling shoe after all these many years. He was in Gatorade commercials, McDonald's commercials, Wheaties commercials. Same thing with LeBron, Gatorade,
Sprite.
McDonald's, Sprite. And so, I mean, if I'm the best player, all right, that's cool. I'm not the highest paid player in the league. Give me some good teammates. The money that you're not giving me, give me some good teammates so that I can win. I can get my money from endorsements and I can know that's going to be replaced. I'm good. So, I mean, and another person that we can think about that you and I talked about, Tom Brady. Tom Brady is widely regarded, unanimously regarded as the GOAT quarterback of all time.
All time.
Not one time in his career was he the highest paid in the NFL.
22 years.
Not one time.
He's the highest paid of all time in NFL history, but not once was he ever the highest paid quarterback in his career. Not one time. But he's the greatest NFL quarterback of all time. Time.
So what would you rather be? Would you rather be the best or would you rather be the highest paid?
I would rather be the best. 100%.
I think I want to be the best, because if I can be the best, then and you can get me in the ballpark of everybody else, I can make my money somewhere else.
100%. And I think that's what Michael Jordan and LeBron James took advantage of, was making sure that they had that team around them to win the championships that they won. And they say, you know what, I'll take the pay cut. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the pay cut. I got endorsements coming in. I got a signature shoe line. I got all these other endorsements going on. I'm doing things in the community that's bringing money back into my pockets. I got things outside of the job that's going to make me the highest paid person in this league regardless. So give that bread from the organization to somebody else to make sure you got a team around me. And then if we're going to win championships, it's going to bring the organization more bread. It's going to be able to give me more later on possibly. But dog, not once has Tom Brady been the highest paid, and only once for LeBron and twice for Michael Jordan. And they are the GOATs in their own regards. So kudos to them, man, because I was surprised when you told me. I was like, ain't no way. And when I went to go look at it, I was like, bruh.
That's crazy.
Like, what? Bruh, at one point, bruh, Kevin Garnett was getting $28 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting here looking at it, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, cool. Let me go see what Patrick Ewing was making, $2 million. Let me go see what David Robinson was making, $4 million. Bro, the early 2000s, brothers was getting paid, dog.
Yep.
Kobe was getting $30 million a year, bro. Steph Curry getting $40 million a year right now.
$40 million a year.
A year
and
with Golden State.
I think next year or the year after next, it's going to go to $50 million.
He made $48 million this past season, bro.
Yeah. So next year he gets $50 million.
Not to mention, Steph Curry just got $1 billion deal from Under Armour we talked about in the past episode.
Right.
Lifetime deal with Under Armour for a Billy B, like boy.
Not the GOAT.
not the GOAT. Not a Billy GOAT. $1 billion. Like these, like, bro, like, did we pay the wrong sport dealer?
I've been said that. We played the wrong sport.
We played the wrong sport. We love football, but boy, that money
all of it's guaranteed too.
All of it's guaranteed. But we should have played basketball or baseball or something, because these motherfuckers getting their bread.
Getting paid.
All of y'all that's watching right now, is 98% of y'all that ain't subscribed. Please subscribe so we can start getting
I like that. I like how you put that in there. Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, we got to get to it, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this video. If you've made it this far, there's a video on the screen right here. Go ahead and click on that. I think you're going to love it. And also, you can find us on all your major streaming platforms, wherever you find your podcasts.